Yeah, man. So I've had a lot of opportunities to have a manager involved with my music career, and I've never felt at ease about it, never felt at peace about it. But to be honest, in the past, I really didn't go based off of like knowledge on why I shouldn't do it. It was just more so a feeling. How can we inform artists today in when is the appropriate time they should have a manager, a music manager of some sort?
Kind of like with anything else, you need to at least be knowledgeable so that you can be of better assistance to your manager.
Yes.
So your manager just it's not an employee.
Hmm.
It's like a person who's part of your team,
Yes.
but still have like the mindset. The way I approach it is like say we have a new job opening here
Hmm.
at Omari. Like I usually do that job first or like am knowledgeable about that job so that
Hmm.
I can instruct the next person how to do the job like how I want it to be done.
Yeah.
If you just trust that, oh, I got a guy
Hmm.
and my guy knows everything, like if you have a money guy
Yeah.
and your money guy knows everything, well, like that's not the position you want to be in.
Facts.
So whenever you are looking at a manager,
Hmm.
I think it's a good idea. Like, let's say you don't really know social media all that well, and you want to get a manager just to like go do that for you.
Hmm.
They might be doing a lot of stuff and making it look like they're working. They might be working, but they
Hmm.
just might not be working on the best things.
Yeah. 100%.
So I wouldn't say you have to be an expert at every field, but be knowledgeable
Hmm.
about it so that you can help them do their best job.
Hmm.
I was listening to, I think it was Earn Your Leisure,
Hmm.
and they had it's a podcast that you guys can check out. But they had Mark Cuban on one of the episodes, and he was talking about how he, he's constantly studying like every day,
Hmm. Hmm.
and he might not be an expert at like all these businesses he owns, but he at least wants to be knowledgeable enough
Yeah.
so that he can help out and be of service.
Yeah.
So even
100%.
when you like look at Shark Tank
Hmm.
with some of the investors on there, sometimes they'll say like, I don't know enough about your business, so like I'm not going to invest
Right.
because I
Right.
can't be of help to you. So if you don't know enough to tell your manager like I don't really know what to tell you to do,
Hmm.
or like how you can best help me, like
Hmm.
that's when your manager is going to be the best.
Yeah.
Like when they know how to best help you.
Hmm.
Never put all your vision on somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's what I'd say. I don't think there's any dollar amount. Like
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask about that. Would you attach a dollar amount because you are forking out, either a
yeah,
percentage or
yeah.
upfront money. So.
I don't think there's like, oh, you have to make $5,000 a month before you get a manager or anything like that.
Hmm.
It depends on who's your manager.
Yeah.
Like people who already have established clients,
Hmm.
yeah, they probably want you to be more established.
Hmm.
Um, but if it's just like you and your friend, and your friend just really believes in you,
Hmm.
and they just love the music industry, and they want to find a way to get into it, but they're not very talented music wise, so they
Yeah.
want to be a manager. Um, yeah, they can. I don't see anything wrong with working
Yeah.
out a deal for them, but I'd say just watch the terms. No matter how great of friends you are with
Yeah.
somebody, put it on paper.
Hmm.
Put as much as you know on paper. Like if you are not an attorney, you didn't
Hmm.
go to law school, or whatever, you don't really know how to make a contract. Put as much as you know
Yeah.
on paper, and you both sign it. Like I
Ye-
don't care if this is your best friend for
Yeah.
25 years. Put it on paper.
Yeah.
And if that is something that they get up in arms about, that's not your manager.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like you don't want somebody who doesn't want to sign something.
Yeah.
So that'd be like me bringing you guys on the team and be like, oh yeah, we'll just work out a payment whenever we feel like it. Like no, nobody wants to work like that. That doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
If I'm honest, I get nervous about bringing on personal relationships into professional positions, only because sometimes because of the emotional connection is there, things can get jaded, and I feel like a lot of times the priority should be on competence if a person can actually do their job and do it, right. Versus, if there's a personal association there. Now, of course, if that person is competent, you might want to give them, the first opportunity.
You can give them better terms.
Better, yeah, 100%. But and I'm not going against what you just said. I'm just thinking about the fact that a lot of people will opt to immediately grab a friend to fill that void versus at least seeing what's out there, because just because they're your friend, it doesn't automatically qualify them to be your manager. You know what I'm saying? You guys could love the same music. Y'all could have came up together, all types of stuff. But I think just doing some research on exactly what a manager does or what you need a manager to do to fulfill your personal needs, I think that is going to very much help like what that relationship looks like and whether or not, that needs to be the person that you onboard. But yeah, just thoughts.
Yeah. So here's another example. Say that we are making a certain amount of dollars per month from advertisements for this business. And we got there by ourselves. Like we were working on the ads. We wouldn't bring in a consultant until we either ran out of time or we got stuck.
Yeah.
So if you are doing all these your social media ads, you're putting your music out there to playlists or TikTokers and all that stuff, or you come to a service like us or whatever, and you're reaching a growth ceiling, then you can go look for somebody else because you only have so many hours in the day.
Facts.
So if you don't have enough money to bring on a full-time employee or even like an intern or seasonal employee or something like that, and you just need to give away some money as it comes in, then you can work out a percentage with a manager.
Facts.
Because then they're incentivized. And some like ad managers or marketing managers will do this too, that they only will say, I'll get paid whenever you guys go above this certain revenue, because it then incentivizes them. And you're like, okay, well, that sounds like a good deal to me. Like, I'm only going to pay them if we go above this revenue. So that's another way to look at it. Managers these days, some people say it's more about who you know. Some people say it's more about what you know. It's a combination of both. Because what you know these days can definitely get you to who you know. So the more you're feeding yourself knowledge, like you can then bring another brain in, so you guys can work on stuff together. Like there's a lot you can do with a manager. There's no dollar amount. I'm not going to put like a box around that. But these are just some things to look out for. So to recap, put it on paper. Even if you guys are best friends for 25 years, I don't care if it's my brother. Like if I'm going into a deal with anybody, like it's going to be on paper. And then research yourself first, get as knowledgeable as you can. And then you can bring in a manager so that you can show them. And I think those are good starting guidelines. And percentage wise, like don't give away like 50% of the profits, unless this person is freakishly talented. I'm talking about they get you deals tomorrow and like all this stuff. But pretty much like managers are going to be working around like a 10% ish sort of deal. You can play with that percentage. But yeah, that's what I'd say about managers.
Gotcha. Makes sense.